Good evening, Lizzie boys, and welcome back to my channel. Today, an Instagram account popped up, like they just started today, and they started posting pictures of the ANGELZ reproductions. I got permission from them to use their pictures in this video. Their username will be on the screen. I'm avoiding pronouncing it just because I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like Pristalls, but with 2 I's and 1 S. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, they posted these pictures and confirmed that they have Yasmin for themselves. So let's just take a look at everybody, because they also posted some close-ups of the dolls' faces. So, you know, it's that time again. So here is the group shot of the dolls that they uploaded. As we can see, the package does have the 20 years logo on it. There's not much to see here, but we can see the artworks as well as, I guess, the general shape of the package. It's slightly different from the way they used to be and seems to be more plastic than cardboard as it was originally. But that's just about the only observation I can see. They also don't have the original CD and instead have a link to the YouTube channel. Here's Yasmin's box zoomed in. You can see that the QR code, if you scan it, it actually just leads to the BRATZ YouTube channel, which is a little disappointing. It doesn't even lead to a ANGELZ music video. It does come with a poster though, so that's nice. So here is the Yasmin reproduction, and as you can see, the account's username is up at the top of the screen. Pristalls, or Prius? I don't... It's probably not Prius. I just don't know how to pronounce it. But I'm very grateful that they were able to post these pictures, because we basically just got confirmation that the dolls will look okay. Although Yasmin does look slightly off to me. So this is the close-up of Yasmin's face, and as we can see, the bodies are also still matte. They're not shiny like they used to be. That's not a major thing. My main thing is that her lip shape looks totally different. Like, just something about Yasmin's face looks kind of off to me. Obviously, it's a reproduction, so they're probably not going to be able to graft the exact same face onto it, because they probably haven't had access to the original screenings, or they probably might not have even archived them in, like, their machines or something, because it's been well over 20 years since BRATZ first started. And if ANGELZ came out in, like, 2005 or 6, then it's been 16 to 15 years since then. So I guess they did have to kind of, like, recreate the screenings, but her lip shape just looks off to me. I'm not a big fan of how chunky the glitter on her eyeliner looks either. All in all, though, the packaging is fine, the doll looks good, the clothes seem to be high quality, and I'm very excited to see these on the shelves. I think that Yasmin looks great. Next up, we have Chloe. This is the only picture of her that they posted, and as we can see, the lip shape thing seems to carry over, but also Chloe's eyes just look a bit darker. She always had brown eyes on this doll, which I love. Like, I love Chloe when they give her brown eyes. And I actually own 3 ANGELZ Chloes. 2 without the tattoo and 1 with the tattoo. The tattoo doll is in box. These dolls don't seem to have tattoo variants. That seems to have just not been a thing that they included, which is pretty disappointing, actually. It would have been cool for them to reissue the tattoo variants, but I guess everybody was used to these ones, so they can't just suddenly add them back. I don't know. Chloe looks pretty accurate to the way her original doll looked. Like, all the materials on her look exactly the same as they did before. Her face looks pretty good too, but from this angle I can't 100% see it. But from my better judgment, I think that she turned out pretty well. So that's a good thing. Overall though, Chloe looks pretty nice, and I'm excited to see her in stores. Next up is Jade, and from what I've heard actually, the jacket is based more on the original doll's prototype. Because on the Jade that got released, the little studs on her jacket were just painted on, but here they're actual studs, more similar to the prototype doll. So that's pretty cool, actually. These dolls seem to be bringing back a lot of things that were only on the prototypes, but couldn't bring back the tattoos for some reason, so meh. I think I'll be getting this doll just because my Jade is missing her hat, and I would like to have the full set of her things. She doesn't look bad. Her face doesn't look as good as I would like it to, because this is like my all-time favorite Jade screening, the Princess Jade / ANGELZ Jade screening. It's just so gorgeous. I love it. But here she just looks a little off, but I think it's just the angle. Just like the angle that the picture was being shot from. Obviously there's gonna be like a million variants of these dolls, because MGA, everything they do has like a trillion variants. Yeah. But overall, Jade looks pretty good, and I'm excited to see her. So, that's gonna be fun. We have a lot of dolls to look forward to this year, huh? Holy shit, our wallets are gonna be empty. Next, we have Sasha, and this picture isn't the best, but her face does still kind of look like that first picture we saw. I'm not really seeing her original screening here. I'm seeing that one that we saw that looked totally derpy and weird. There's a chance that it more closely resembles her actual screening, like maybe if we could see her from a different angle, but this is the only picture that we have from the user who posted them, so I guess this is kind of what we have to go off for now. The clothes look super high quality. Like, they really outdid themselves with the clothes. I just, her face just looks a little off, you know? It's probably nothing that bad. Hopefully it's not that bad. I hope they didn't do Sasha dirty here. Because, I still don't have a Rock Angel Sasha. I bought one on Mercari, but she hasn't come in yet. So, you know, it would be nice to get a good Rock Angel Sasha. Finally, we have Roxy, who, she would look good, but her left eye is very high up on the mold. She almost looked good here. Like, she looks better than that one image, definitely. And that other image, she was facing left and right. She was looking like Ed Sheeran. That's so mean. I'm sorry. That was so mean. That was out of pocket. I'm sorry. But, you know, I have an eye problem like that, too, actually. One of my eyes just totally drifts off all the time. But when that happens to me, yeah, I look like that prototype Roxy. Yeah, so that one that we saw was definitely just, like, totally screwed up. Something that they probably tried to get rid of, which is why they had ended up in the box in the factory. They were like, oh, this is embarrassing, and threw it out. Her hat looks different to me, too. It's not anything major, but the hat just looks kind of off to me. I'm really surprised that they decided to bring Roxy back for the 20 years anniversary. Like, that's pretty cool. I love Roxy. I'm glad to see her. I don't know if I'm happy to see her like this, though, because Rock Angel's Roxy is definitely her most unfortunate doll. And here, the redness in her hair just isn't showing. Like, on the actual Rock Angel's doll, her hair was red, like bright strawberry red. And here, I just don't feel like I'm seeing that at all. I'm a little disappointed by Roxy. Maybe it's just because Roxy's my favorite, so I was hoping that they would do her really well. But it just seems like they didn't. They just kind of were like, oh yeah, we have to put Roxy in this line too. So they just kind of slapped her together. Again, the clothes are very high quality. Everything looks great with her from what I can see. Although I do think her hat looks a little weird. That's just because I got her hat recently for my own Roxy, the original version. I paid like $30 for her on Mercari back in January. Yeah, so the hat looks a little different. Definitely. She's not hideous, though. Like, if her eyes were just even with each other and on the mold correctly, which they're clearly not here, her face looks like it's printed on sideways. It looks like they're doing the stamping method instead of, like, you know, this airbrush method that they used to do. It's pretty disappointing in that regard. But overall, she doesn't look too horrendous. If they can just keep her face, like, even this time and make her look less fish-like, then everything would be fine. I still think that if they'd just given this Roxy, like, red lips, she would have looked a lot better. I don't know why they went for, like, this pinkish, semi-nude color. I really don't like it on her. I probably sound like I'm complaining a lot, but it's just, like, it's my favorite character. I love Roxy. I want her to look her best. And this doll just, unfortunately, isn't her best. I'm still gonna get her, though. Like, there's no question about it. I need to get her so I can get that unreleased Rock Angels shirt for her. They never released Roxy's second outfit, so it'll be cool to have a doll to display that. So with that, we've gone over all the pictures we have of the new Rock Angels dolls now. And honestly, I do think that this is a good thing. Like, there's a lot more hype to be had now, because now we can see that the dolls don't look totally horrible. This also confirms that those dolls that we saw were most likely scrapped samples, some kind of, like, factory errors. They were probably being produced and MGA was like, oh shit, these look horrible, and then dumped them off to their Chinese warehouses where the employees just kind of took them and were like, hee hee, mine now. Man, it would be awesome to work near one of those factories, honestly. I would totally get a part-time job at one just so I could, like, steal sample dolls. M. Scott, don't dox me. I see you with your finger hovering over the keyboard. Don't you dare do it. So, yeah. Overall, I'm pretty excited for these reissues, and I hope you guys are too. Feel free to comment your thoughts below, and as always, I hope to see you in my next video.